Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal, it helps with the show, as does going to the Grizzly Gentleman. Promo code 6, 10% off at checkout. What is up, Planeswalkers? 36 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena, and today we're back to the other decks. Bowls still happening every Wednesday, but we're going to start off with JUND. And since people do seem... So one of the things that I found out going through the week of Bolus is that one of the big... And before that, one of the big reasons that people apparently watch me specifically is because I'm one of the few arena content creators who make historic content. Additionally, it seems that a lot of people are currently kind of itching for a little bit more best of 3 content. A lot of these arena content creators primarily do best of 1. So I'm going to try my best to, as often as possible, make the decks that I play be best of 3 compatible. That's not always going to be the case. Sometimes when you're playing jank, it is actually better to be a best of 1 deck, because then you don't have to deal with the silver bullets out of the sideboard from your opponents. But as much as I'm able, I'm going to try and do a little bit more best of 3. And to start that off, what better best of 3 than a JUND-like? Specifically, JUND. I don't remember the last time I played this deck, but I wanted to try out Bloodchief's Thirst in this deck, and I wanted to try out the new Liliana and the Skyclave Shade as kind of a combination, where you essentially just get to discard this once for free, which is quite cool. I didn't want to do like a JUND discard deck that was super focused on getting maximum value out of Liliana, so this is the deck that I came up with. Very kind of normal type of deck. We have really good answers, some really good questions, as I like to call them, and we have a relatively solid mana base. So we have 4 Bloodchief's Thirst. This is one of the greatest removal spells in Historic right now, being able to deal with really early game creatures, as well as scaling very nicely into the mid and late game for Thoughtseize, because we just don't want our opponents to be able to play anything impactful. 3 Skyclave Shades. This is something that we can utilize to get back over and over, and it's a really nice consistent attacker. Notably, it can't block, but I don't think that's going to matter too often, and as I already said, you can discard it once with Liliana. Because this doesn't come back to your hand, you cast it directly from the graveyard, but still, I'm looking to play with it. 3 Scavenging Ooze, because if you're playing a JUND Light and you have access to Skoos, you play Skoos. It does everything you want. It gains life, and it grows. And it just takes things from your opponent's graveyard. It's great. 3 Kroxa. This card also discards, and late in the game, when we have, too much nonsense in the yard, we can exile it to get a Kroxa out. There is one potential issue in that it does kind of work as a non-bow with Liliana's -3, but I'm hoping that's not going to matter too much. Kroxa is just generally a decent giant. 3 Murderous Riders. It's removal, it's a creature, it does the things. 3 Nighthawk Scavenger. This card just has Death Touch, Flying, and Lifelink, so it's both a really nice scaling beater, and it can just do a really decent job on defense. I believe we have 3 of each of these Planeswalkers. 3 Liliana, Waker of the Dead. We force people to discard. Typically, we're going to be a little bit happier to discard just because we know we're going to discard, so we can play around it better, and then our opponent hopefully won't. We can have a nice minus on her to remove some creatures. And then we have an emblem where, obviously if we emblem, we win. 3 Questing Beast. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The reason we're playing Questing Beast is because Questing Beast is one of just the most powerful 4-drops Wizards has printed. 3 Chandra, Heart of Fire. We can discard cards. Maybe I should have had more like self-discard synergy in this deck. I didn't wanna, though. I wanted to play all of my nonsense cards. We can essentially just get extra stuff. Her other +1, we deal 2 damage to any target, which is nice. The -9, not actually going to come in handy. 3 Thragtusks. It was between this and Elder Gargoth. Gargoloth? Who cares? I chose Thragtusk because it has innate life gain, and it's very annoying for control to deal with, insofar as even if they remove it, we're still going to get the 3/3 no matter what they do to it, whereas if we play Gargoth, it can get bounced, it can get destroyed or exiled, and then we just don't get any value out of it. Technically, Gargoth scales better, because you keep getting these repeated triggers, but Thragtusk is a generally more reliable card. This is our mana base. It's not good. I can't build mana bases. There's our sideboard. We have 1 Cling to Dust as a little bit of extra hate against specifically control and combo decks that utilize the graveyard. It's quite nice that we will be able to gain some life if it's a creature, or draw a card if it isn't. So this is a very scalable thing. 2 Abrades. I like Abrade. It hits a creature, and if we're going up against nonsense artifacts, we can get value out of that. 3 Cindervines. Playing against this with Bolus Control, I realize that this is a pretty decent card. It also just like can destroy an artifact or enchantment, which is decent. I might have too many Cindervines, I'm not sure. 2 Necromentias. Sometimes I just don't want my opponent to play a freaking Ugin or an Ulamog. Stop it. Get some help. 3 Languish. It's a removal spell. It's a board wipe. It's the only one that we have because we don't have any in the main deck. Because I don't know how to build decks. I only know how to change decks. 1 Thought Distortion, 1 Chandra Awakened Inferno, and 1 Garrett Cursed Huntsmaster alongside a Sheltered Thicket. These essentially all come in against control. And the reason I have a land in the sideboard is because I'm running 25 in the main deck, and I figure I might need an additional one if we're bringing in 3/6 drops. But I wanted one where we'd be able to cycle it. So that's why I made those decisions. And let's just hop into some best of 3. Monkey D. Luffy? I was going to say Go-Go, or Go-Go Gadget. Go-Go Gadget Rocket Boots. Go-Go Gadget Elevator Legs. We have a turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Scooze. But we functionally have a 4-card hand, so I'd rather take a 7. This is better. Tapped. Play. I'll keep this, but I think it's okay for me to get rid of the Stomping Ground. I could be wrong there. We're going to play this tapped, Thoughtseize, play this tapped, and then Nighthawk Scavenger. Okay. This could be Rogues. Goodness me. Okay, so it is Rogues. This music is a little loud in my ears, so I'm turning my own headphones down. I mean, they can Thoughtseize me, but... Well, actually, if I have the Nighthawk Scavenger, I'm not sure I'll care about this, right? So maybe I do just take the Thoughtseize here. Although I guess these just kill my Nighthawk Scavenger. Damn, that's actually really difficult. We can take away one of their threats, since they have a threat light hand. Then they Thoughtseize me next turn. They take my Liliana. I play Scavenger, they kill it. Otherwise, I take the Thoughtseize. They play this. I play this. They kill it. I play Liliana. Who would then die to the other one. I think I'm going to take the Thoughtseize here. I don't know if that's correct. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a reasonable play for my opponent. I know it would actually be nice to have. I will just cast this. I guess I could just plus with Liliana. They should just play the Soaring Thought Thief this turn. Yep. They're gonna kill this. That adds 2. What the hell is that? What's nice is that this is filling up my graveyard for my own Kroxa. Go up to 6. Questing Beast, you say? I could play Questing Beast, I could play Liliana plus discard my Skyclave Shade. Just when they attack. They attack. So these are going to be 2 she'll go down to 1, so she won't even be able to, like, make much use out of anything. I guess she could discard 2 cards. Whereas, if I play Questing Beast... I mean, I guess I could just play her -3, kill this. She dies immediately. But I do get rid of potentially one of their better cards. Yeah, I'm really not sure what's correct here, but
fraction of my power.
I'm glad I went with that direction, because she was gonna die if I plussed her. Okay, that's not good. The Kroxa is nice, but they're gonna have access to this. So they could just kill my Kroxa in response.
Huh. You only think you've won.
Damn. If I had another land here, it'd be great. Could Thoughtseize then Kroxa. My opponent knows about Kroxa. Good Questing Beast. 1, 2, 6, 10. Jeez. I'm functionally at 1 here. Rebuying the Kroxa does very little. Oh. No, rebuying the Kroxa is a decent amount, actually. We're going to get rid of essentially any of the lands, any of the spells. Because we want to keep creatures in there just in case we get our own, Oh, never mind, it's 7. I thought I had to get rid of more. They just cast in response. And I go back up to 8. Yeah, that was an oops. Although... no, it doesn't matter, I'm dead. Yeah, they attack. It's actually, I should just, concede. I don't want to show them any more of my deck. Alright, so we're definitely going to get the Languishes. We definitely want the Abrades. The Cling to Dusts. Actually, I'm going to bring the Cling to Dust in to exile my own cards. I don't think Necromentia's worth... Liliana seems a little weak here. So does Skyclave Shade. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure. By the way, I want to ask a question. Is my quality good? Right. Is my game, like the physical like video, both of my face cam and my gameplay, is that good? Is that comparable to other high-end YouTubers? Then, is my sound quality good? That, for what it's worth, that has nothing to do with like the quality of the way my voice sounds. It's entirely, can you hear me very well? I'm curious. Play this tapped. Alright, so we got some removal, we got some threat. Is this worth killing? Well, considering I just picked up another one, the answer to that question is yes. Do you know what I haven't done in quite a while? Answer Discord questions. This one comes from Query. Do I cast this now? Sure. Yeah, I'm fine casting that now. Death and Taxes question. Do you think a permanent with permanents entering or exiting the battlefield can't cause abilities to trigger, with some mana cost type that could be balanced? Do I think that could be balanced? So essentially this is a modified version of Hushbringer, is kind of what's being asked about. So we're going to flash something in, I'm going to kill that thing. permanents entering their zone. I think it would have to be a 3-cost creature. I don't think WotC would want that to be a 2-cost creature. I'm just gonna play that land. They have perfect information on me, but double flash in? They're using Locklane. I guess they have, like, only removal? Oh, maybe they need a double... I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to flood the board or something. It would have to be a 3-drop. I think it wouldn't be able to have any other abilities, which is what a lot of the other cards have. You know, Folly has First Strike, some of them have Flying, some have Vigilance, etc., etc. I don't think they would be able to give a card like that an additional ability. I was drowned in the lock. They could have locked one, but they didn't. Thoughtseize, take out my Languish. They take the Thirst, interesting. Kind of need to draw some cards here. I would want it to not be a human. The reason for that is pretty simple, I think. Humans have enough tribal support, enough general support, and I don't want them to have any more. They countered that, so they have something in their hand that they're hiding from me. They know I have a Languish. They're just casting Brazen Borrower. Sure. Maybe they have another counter spell? I'm just gonna cast this Languish here. That's fine. I want a Murderous Rider now. They had double Lofty Denial, that's fine. If I did the Murderous Rider first, though, I could have forced them to use both Lofty Denials, and I still would have had Languish. They're going to try and draw to save the card that they have in their hands. No, they Aether Gust me. Is that better than a random card off the top? I don't think so. We only have... So I know, yeah, there's a Chandra down here. I'm at 14... I'll do it. I'm not confident about it, though. Let's see. So it's a 3-mana non-human. Let's actually say instead of it being a single white cost, it's 1 white. Remember, I'm trying to just balance the card. I'm trying to make it still playable. So maybe have it be a 1/2 or a 1/3. Are you serious? I hate tempo deck so much. Yeah, I mean, I think you could try that, but it would still be very difficult to actually balance properly. I'm just gonna die to this Brazen Borrower. cast it again. Don't really have much else to do. And we're going to keep our creatures in here. Just make sure none of these are creatures. I wonder how many of these counterspells are in the main deck. I think I think they brought these in from the side. Excuse me, I was looking at things. Sure, dude, I would have liked that questing piece, but I mean, my opponent is at 6. My opponent is at 5. They have another rogue. And this puts me in a frightening way. But they only attack with a borrower, so that's actually pretty good for me. I can potentially just kill them by attack with Kroxa. If Kroxa dies, recast Kroxa. The issue is if Kroxa doesn't die and my opponent has... Fudge. Yeah. I needed this to be literally anything else. I think I unfortunately have to go for it. I need my opponent to misplay here. That might be a misplay. No, damn it. It's not. Because they're at 4, not yep, I can do this. Got him to 3. Curses. I did not have fun. I still don't understand why blue is sad. There's Gargaroth. I'm chilling. Avakius asks, do you think it would make sense to have 4 or 5 colored Planeswalker? Do you think such a card could be balanced? The only 4 or 5 colored Planeswalker currently is a Silverboard card. The card Avakius is referencing here is the Head of Urza or something like that. I will keep this. Give me a second, I'm going to do something. Okay, so I played with Jundum 2, and then deleted Jund. I didn't actually play, I loaded. And now, I can't actually accidentally do that. Fucking... Oh, this game's great. What was I saying? Right, the main issue I don't think is one of balance. I think Wizards, you know, whether or not they're succeeding, is trying to, they are trying to make Planeswalkers representative characters. And while technically I do think the majority of like real people are nuanced enough to generally be like actually three colors, they try to keep their characters a little bit more simple. So they primarily are 1 or 2 colors. And sometimes you'll have someone like Bolas, who's 3. I will keep this. Double Skyclave Shade's nothing to with. I'll play this tapped. Arctic Hydra. I'll give him one of those. Arctic Hydra. Not friends. I will Thoughtseize. Play this untapped. And Thoughtseize. Life against a control deck means nothing to me. This way I can pay for it if I want. Well, I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Play one of these. And hit you in the face. Yep, have fun with it. Yeah, they try to keep their characters a little bit more singular. So I think the biggest constraint would really be having a character that is realistically 4 colors. If we do end up seeing a situation where Ugin and Bolas somehow combine into some mega Elder Dragon or something like that to take on even a bigger threat, then I think it would be interesting and relatively likely that we could see... let's do this, and let's do this. Plus,
Ruining your day.
I can get rid of Thragtusk.
Great.
Questing Beast has haste. I assume they're going to cast my Liliana out. After that, the biggest issue with 4-color design... 5-color I think would be easier to do than 4-color. The issue with 4-color designs is making them, like, make sense, right? It's relatively easy to think about a character that is black, blue, and red, or, you know, red, green, white. It's harder, not impossible, but harder to consider a character which is... So they have the minus on... Yeah, looks like the Questing Beast here. So I just Murderous Rider them. Hit them for 3 in the face. I can actually just play this as well. I'm not going to kick it, though. I don't need to. Kill the Teferi so they can't draw. And hit them in the face. And they're still on lethal. Like, what is the identity of a blueless character? You could come up with some things. You know, there are things that white, black, green, and red have in common. The main one, of course, a mechanical thing is that they... Ooh. No one plays Settle the Wreckage anymore, right? Like, they're just going to cast Lardenvale here, right? Shark Typhoon. That's fine. So I still have lethal on them. I can actually, like, just play this tapped. It's essentially the same as cycling. Because I'm getting another card, except I get to use that card immediately. So I still have lethal on them, and even if they spend their turn board wiping here, I have lethal on them. Why is my... I think my tracker flipped out here. Grab this, these, that, maybe this. Let's get rid of... Fudge. I didn't think I'd get this far. These? Oh god, my cursor. My cursor's the... Oh, that was weird, dude. That's so weird, dude. Maybe I don't need Necromentia. Maybe I don't need that. One of those. one of these. And let's say one of those. I have no idea. Oops. Let's see. So, you could... Yeah, see, I'm trying to think, like, on mechanics, like, that's one thing, but, like, the flavor of a greenless creature, the flavor of a redless creature, I think that is even more difficult to do. Like, the mechanics of that are very difficult. I think the flavor behind that's just as, if not more difficult. We are just going to turn 1 Thoughtseize them, because Q. Yeah, your counter spells. Play that tapped, I assume, yep. And I'm just going to play a Cindervines tapped. Cindervines tapped. A Cindervines. Then, fun fact, I'm going to play another Cindervines. I'd like to draw land, but, plan is technically just, Cindervines them. Darn. They do have an absorb. Actually? Do I just Nighthawk Scavenger here? I think I do. I want this to bite the bullet. Yep. Gain 2 from that. Cast out does have flash. I'm gonna play another Cindervines. So they're not gonna use this cast out, right? Because you should have used it before the second Cindervines result. Well, that was technically a mistake on your part. Sure. So one of them's gone. If they play it to Fairy here, I do have Murderous Rider for it. Although I would like to get some more land. They did not play it to Fairy. I could technically blow that up, but I don't need to. We'll just cast Kroxa. Kroxa might get hit here, but... Cool, it didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if they discarded a land here. Otherwise, like, what are they playing? Okay, so I assume they have another Shark Typhoon. I'm very confused. Did I ever mention I'm, like, incredibly confused? They don't seem to have counter spells. They're not playing anything. Okay, Teppers, sure.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Sure.
Let's take it back.
I can just Murderous Rider that. Do I just Murderous Rider this? I guess I do, right? Yeah, playing Liliana, like, keeps them essentially stable.
Let me know if you're...
I'm not gonna go to 10. Technically, they could, like, cast out my Cindervines or something, but I'm legit fine with that. One of the reasons that you potentially leave up Cindervines mana is because if they try to cast out this one, then you just sack this one to destroy this one. Wow, yeah, okay, I'm absolutely fine with that. One, they take damage, and two, it means that they don't have counterspell. It means that they don't have a cast out for some of my other planeswalkers here. I think we are going to try and Liliana them here. Didn't even get countered. Are you serious?
You wish you had a fraction of my power.
I'm going to choose to discard the Murderous Rider.
We're doing things my way.
We're doing it my way. Yeah, I think we will get a Maybe I'm just gonna do this now because it doesn't matter if this is in my graveyard or not.
You think too much.
Does she resolve? Somehow, yes.
I am the fire of rebellion.
Until end of turn. Alright, so we're just going to shoot you. Might see a shark here? No? I have no idea what Arctic Hydra is playing. They had another cast out, that's what it was. They get rid of the Chandra here. Why?
I'm gonna go do something else.
I guess it's just guaranteed 2 damage. I literally might as well play that. I guess technically if I hadn't played it, I could have gotten a Kroxa, but I still get a good kick Skyclave here. I should have just made this like a JUND discard type deck. In fact, yeah, I think I am just going to discard this so I can get Kroxa. I guess I might as well hit them first. Then they'll lose an additional 3. At the beginning of combat, I need to try and protect creature card from a graveyard. I don't need to do that, really.
I have no
Let me
interest
cast
in
this.
fighting fair.
I took this out of my graveyard, dude! It's fine, I didn't need it. Just hopefully we don't have to deal with an Elder Gargoyle. I mean, with her ultimate, I could technically just keep getting Kroxa back. Turn after turn. Double bottom, that is pretty unfortunate for them. Graphics Cage. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know why, but my arena thing spasmed out. I think it was because I think it was because of like the play queue into play queue cancel. It's okay. No one can hurt you now. It's a great maw. Cool. And I'm gonna. People sometimes seem to like the way I talk about the post game and whatnot. I think honestly, it probably would be a little bit better if I did make this a little bit more discard based. Not necessarily playing like Davriel and Tiny Bones, but have more cards that we don't mind being discarded. Things with escape, things maybe not with Jumpstart. I'm trying to think of other cards that we want to put in the graveyard, but I don't actually know because I'm trash. But you know, just have some other things like this. We also probably want to drop Questing Beast from the deck, because it forces our reliance on green to be a little bit more heavy than we'd otherwise like. But other than that, like generally speaking, this type of deck is fine. I guess we might want like we could remove Questing Beast for some main deck sweepers, although we have like creatures that we actually want to be playing, so that might not be the best. But we could have instead some Vraskas, the 4-mana Vraska. Because she would also help mitigate some of the flooding by being able to sacrifice our own lands to draw, and she does come with removal as well. So I could see cutting some Questing Beasts for some Vraskas. I mean, if you go that route, you could even try to be a little bit more Planeswalker heavy, but then you don't really play to the Liliana strength. I might want to try Esper Unburial Rites. That might be pretty fun. I'm actually going to start making that deck like right away. Yeah, that's the vid. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Fogwind and Malik, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them and support the show, you'll find links in the description below. My brain is broken. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And of course, until next time, all will be one. I don't know why I went there, I swear.